What's up YouTube, this is Before Spud and today I'm going to be reviewing Battlefield 1 on the Xbox One. The campaign mode in Battlefield 1 is split into different war stories. These new tales are organised in a format that doesn't need to be played in any particular order. You're exposed to a variety of perspectives from the characters you play, each has their own motivations and backstories. The war stories are kind of treated like a tutorial or a training mode, basically getting you ready for an all-out war of the online battlefield of multiplayer action. You get to try your hand at commanding vehicles and heavy artillery. It provides an opportunity to learn the melee combat as well as how to survive against high concentrations of enemy forces. The vehicle sections of war stories introduce you to the first generation of tank and fighter aircraft that were advanced warfare of their time. In the mission Through the Blood and Mud, a Mark V tank is its own character, endearingly named Big Bess by its crew. You play as Edwards, a former chauffeur who is now a driver for Big Bess. It's up to you to drive through enemy lines and push them back, providing support for your squad mates. Now the reason I mention this mission is we get a side mission in this where we get to play as a pigeon. You're guided towards the base to alert them that you are surrounded and to drop mortars on the enemy. It's a nice change of pace and something kind of quirky in the game. And the reason why I mention this is because it gets an all new mode in multiplayer. Battlefield 1's multiplayer stays faithful to the series' roots of open space combat and it's just downright insane fun. A new mode added to the latest in the series is called Operations. In this mode, one side is pushing forward while the other holds them back in conflicts that can last up to almost an hour. It's not an emotional draining endurance match however, and the changing environments as the battle progresses keeps the fighting from getting repetitive or stagnant. A match can move across up to 5 areas across the same region, and as a last-ditch effort the losing side gets 2 opportunities to win with the help of an airship, an attack train or a dreadnought. The tried and very much tested modes of Conquest, Domination, Rush and Team Deathmatch gives you what you would expect from the Battlefield series, and with it being based in World War I, it makes it all much cooler as well. There's one more game mode that has been added named War Pigeons. It's basically a novelty way of playing Capture the Flag, where the bird serves as the flag. The challenge comes in finding a safe place to write the message for the bird to deliver, releasing the pigeon outdoors and ensuring it doesn't get shot down by the opposing team. In Battlefield 1, the maps are brilliantly designed and they all have their own interesting routes with a mixture of small towns and ruins from the war to unkept fields. My favourite map to date is the Argonne Forest, as this gives me a sense of a World War I on Endor, the forest moon in the Star Wars universe. With its dense vegetation and some cool man-made ruins, there's so many advantage points to ambush players. It looks absolutely gorgeous and the mist that comes and sometimes envelops the actual map, it really highlights the brilliant work that DICE have done to this game. It's these little touches that every map has with its own playstyle and character that brings them to life. Each map also gives you a chance to try some weapons and vehicles that you may not normally try in other games. Certain maps are ideal for sniping and give some cool opportunities to take out the enemies who are bottlenecked into a certain spot, or lurking or camping in other spots. One such map would be Mongrappa in the Alps, which is on top of a mountain terrain. You have a Castillo which almost hosts the best battles to see who can control the map from there. It's here where you find a nice spot to pick your enemies apart if you have a decent enough squad with you. Now this is why I love the maps in Battlefield 1, as it gives you so much more choices on how you take each map, which loadouts and classes to start with. While DICE have done a fantastic job with the multiplayer mode, it does suffer some minor things. For once, it's not possible to leave the multiplayer match in between games. You actually have to wait until the next match starts before you can exit. Now this has actually been fixed in the latest update on the game, which I think is a big difference, which kind of adds to the whole feel. It is shitty tits. While DICE have done a fantastic job with the multiplayer mode, it does suffer from minor things. The UI is not very intuitive, as some categories in the unlockables are not defined as well as they should be. I am nitpicking a bit, but still a fantastic game online. The progression system is done really well, where you earn war bonds every time you rank up. Much of your arsenal is built on whatever you spend your level upgrade rewards on. There are no drones or heat-seeking bullets to concern yourself with. You get good old World War I weapons to get your teeth into and can be accustomed whoever on offer for your liking. You can earn experience points from capturing flags to dealing flesh wounds, meaning every action warrants points. You get fully immersed into the game as you fight alongside your squad. This is due to how DICE has created the sights and the sounds while you're on the battlefield. Some examples would be hearing the emptying of shells dropping on the hard floors, running over empty mortar shells, Hearing them clank together, that cold, cool metal sound echoes around you as you run over them. Explosions from tanks, grenades and anti-tank mines all sound deafening when they go off as well in close proximity. On top of all this, you have brilliant weather affected lighting with dramatic results, like the blinding white sunlight that reflects paths and lakes after a rainstorm or dust being kicked up from sandstorms. Welcome to the dawn of a new era in first-person shooters, and I hope that EA and DICE continue this future Battlefield titles. Battlefield 1 is a brilliant World War I shooter that we've all been waiting for. It has a top campaign mode and a brilliant online experience that's hard to beat. You should buy it today and you won't be disappointed. I give Battlefield 1 a 9 out of 10. If you like this review, please subscribe and smash that like button. Thanks for watching.